There are places in the world that are not easily found on any tourist map. But once you set foot there, it will seem as if these places have been living in your subconscious mind, in your dreams, for ages. There are some mountains whose names you may not find on your GPS, but to the local people, they are the soul of the world. At these extreme heights of the mountains, there is a life hidden, the story of which no one will ever tell you, until you see it with your own eyes. Behind the vast map of China, there is such a mysterious world. This is not the familiar China that we see through airplane windows or in flashy advertisements. From Sigunan to Fanjingshan, from Canas Lake to Tianmen Mountain, every corner is like an incredible canvas of nature and culture. Temples floating in the clouds, melodies hidden in the sand, or rainbow-colored mountains. Are these just fairy tales? No, they are real. And today, we will go in search of that unseen reality. Let's take a trip to the unseen valleys and gorges of China. Our journey begins with Mount Huashan. The highest peak of this mountain, one of the 5 sacred mountains of China, is located at an altitude of about 7,700 feet above sea level. But it is not its height, but its infamous path on the face of the earth. Yes, it is called the most dangerous mountain path in the world. Imagine, with only a few inches of space around you and a bottomless gorge right below your feet. Only some ancient wooden planks and iron chains are hanging from the rocks. About 2,000 years ago, Taoist monks used to come to this remote mountain to seek meditation. They believed that reaching this extreme height reduces the distance between heaven and earth. Today, even with modern security, about 100,000 brave people take up the challenge of walking this death path every year. But why? Because where fear ends, the true beauty of nature begins. Beyond the rocks of Huashan, we will now move to the far north of Xinjiang province. At an altitude of 5,200 feet, an S-shaped river is hidden in the folds of the mountains, known as Canas Lake. From a distance, it seems as if a god has left a huge mirror studded with emeralds on the green mountains. When the sunlight falls on the water of this river, a mysterious green glow is created, which the local Khanty tribal people called it moon water. The geological age of this river, located at the mouth of a glacier, is not small, about 300 million years. Once upon a time, the ancient Khanty people lived on the banks of this primitive and sacred river. Even today, their ancient remains can be found in the mysterious mountain caves of this region, which reminds us that even when time passes, nature retains its history. Now let's go to the southern province of Guangxi. Here, the hands of man and the magic of nature have become one. The Zhuang people, who have lived here for more than 1,000 years, have carved the steep slopes of the mountain to create the Longji rice terraces. Spread over about 3,600 acres, these terraces are not only a place for cultivation, but also a unique epic of the coexistence of man and nature. When these terraces are filled with water in the summer, thousands of terraces become like giant mirrors. The reflection of the sky and clouds falls on these mirrors in such a way that it seems as if the earth and the sky are embracing each other. Locals believe that their ancestors did not build these fields just for the sake of their stomachs. They built them to please the goddess of meditation, so that she would come down to this mountain peak. And because of this belief, Even today, before the harvest, people gather on the mountaintop and pray in the ancient way. Our destination this time is the colorful Danxia in Zhangye. Many call it the rainbow that has descended to the earth. At first glance, you might think it's a canvas by a skilled painter or a set from a science fiction movie. But no, this mountain is 100% real. This play of colors has been created due to geological changes that have been going on for about 540 million years, the collision of tectonic plates, and the deposition of iron oxides and sediments over different periods. This huge, colorful mountain range of 125,000 acres was declared a World Heritage Site by UNESCO in 2010. When you stand here, it will seem as if nature has poured all its colors into this one place to silence all human languages. However, the real spiritual secret of China is hidden deeper. Fanjingshan Mountain, located in Guizhou Province, is called the Stairway to Heaven. When you reach the top after climbing thousands of steep stone steps with the last drop of blood in your body, it's hard to believe what your eyes will see. Two ancient Buddhist temples which stand on two isolated narrow peaks and a bridge hanging between them. A sea of clouds floats all around. Recognized by UNESCO in 2018, this mountain is the last refuge of the endangered Chinese golden monkey. When clouds cover the two temples during the rainy season, it seems as if the temples are floating in space by an invisible magic. And this heavenly atmosphere is complete when we reach Tianmen Mountain. At an altitude of about 4,000 feet, a huge arch has been naturally formed on this mountain. The locals call it the Gateway to Heaven. This door was created by a powerful earthquake thousands of years ago. According to popular belief, this door is where the soul leaves this world and travels to heaven. From the dangerous cliffs of Huashan to Tianmen's Gate of Heaven, this unseen face of China teaches us that the world is not limited to the boundaries of our familiar cities and technology. Beyond this, there is a world that is genuine, sacred, and so real that when we reach it, human language is lost.